Yeah, I think we've been after this dream for so long. We've skated together for 15 years, and we felt like we were right there. We felt like we were so close.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're breaking down this year's shocking losses, controversial victories, and messy behind-the-scenes drama that turned figure skating into an Olympic soap opera.
I don't know if it's necessarily a story a lot of people are going to root for at first.
At the Winter Olympics, few competitions are more dramatic than figure skating and ice dancing. It isn't just the performances themselves that are dramatic, each skater has a narrative, some that end in triumph and others in disappointment. Ilia Malinin would experience both at his first Olympic Games. As a member of Team USA, Malinin would leave the 2026 Olympics a gold medalist. Yet, Malinin was expected to go home with an additional medal. The Quad God, a nickname attributed to his famed quadruple jumps, was fresh off back-to-back World Championships where he claimed gold. Malinin won several other prizes over the past 2.5 years, during which time he stood virtually undefeated. Malinin was thus favored to win gold in the men's singles competition.
I'm gonna give this like 100%, and this is just, I will get it done, I will achieve it.
Coming out on top of the short program, the rink was set for Malinin to seal the deal during the free skating segment. Spectators were in disbelief as Malinin made multiple mistakes throughout his performance, ranking 15th in the free skate. Malinin's combined score would leave him ranked 8th overall, while Mikhail Shaidorov became Kazakhstan's first figure skater to take the gold. Malinin was a good sport amid this devastating loss, congratulating Shaidorov. While Malinin fought back against the trolls who were hostile toward him online, he didn't tiptoe around his missteps on the ice.
A nice day, just excited to get out there, and of course it didn't go the way I wanted it to.
As confident as he seemed going in, the global stage of the Olympics introduced another layer of pressure, one that Malinin was, quote, not ready to handle.
Yeah, honestly, it's not a pleasant feeling. The most honest way to say it is it's just a lot on you, just so many eyes, so much attention.
The New York Times described this as, quote, one of the biggest upsets in figure skating history. Although given Malinin's visible errors, nobody can say he was unfairly scored. The ice dance competition is another story. Once again, all eyes were on America to claim the gold. Madison Chock and Evan Bates have been skating partners since 2011. Their partnership on the ice evolved into something even deeper, getting married in June 2024.
It was the best day of my life. Well, I wish I could do it all over again.
During that period, Bates and Chock competed at the Olympics on 3 occasions. Both became gold medalists as part of their respective teams in 2022, but Bates and Chock had yet to win as a duo. In 2014, they ranked 8th. In 2018, they fell to 9th. In 2022, they came in 4th, just barely missing bronze. With 2026 potentially being their last hurrah at the Olympics, this seemed like it might be Chock and Bates' year. They were on the heels of 3 consecutive world championships, demonstrating their growth since the 2022 Olympics.
I'm 36 years old, and Maddie's 33 years old.
That was better.
Yeah, I like what you did. So, in all likelihood, this is our last competitive season.
At the 2026 Games, Chock and Bates each added a gold medal to their mantle through the team event, with the ice dance competition following. While Chock and Bates placed 2nd in the rhythm dance section, they seemed undeniable after their Matador-themed free dance set to Paint It Black. Topping themselves, Bates and Chock appeared assured that they had the gold in the bag. Many spectators shared this sentiment, but when the scores were tallied, Bates and Chock still only came in 2nd, settling for silver overall. The gold went to the French duo Laurence Fournier-Baudry and Guillaume Cizeron, a victory that proved contentious for various reasons. Baudry and Cizeron only became partners on the ice in 2025. Both had recently come out of long-term partnerships that went up in flames. For almost a decade, Baudry skated with Canadian ice dancer Nikolai Sorensen. Baudry and Sorensen represented Canada at the 2022 Olympics, placing 9th. Not long after, news broke that Sorensen was under investigation for allegedly committing assault. Although Baudry and Sorensen withdrew from the 2024 Canadian Championships, they continued to skate in other competitions. While Sorensen claimed he was innocent, Skate Canada ultimately suspended him for no less than 6 years. If Baudry were to compete at the 2026 Olympics, she'd need a new partner.
When they decided to suspend him, it meant that his career was over, which also meant that my career was over.
Finding a new male partner is easier said than done, as there are generally more female ice dancers in the profession. As it turned out, though, French ice dancer Guillaume Cizeron was also looking for a new partner around this time.
There is some sinister energy around the partnership.
Knowing each other since childhood, Cizeron was paired with Gabriela Papadakis for 2 decades. In addition to breaking numerous world records, Cizeron and Papadakis achieved gold at the 2022 Olympics.
And I think what was maintaining us together was having that common goal.
As dynamic as they seemed on the ice, Papadakis painted a far more problematic partnership behind closed doors. Papadakis accused Cizeron of being controlling, claiming that he was critical of how she dressed and what her hair color was. He also allegedly didn't let her practice spins alone and pressured her to quit boxing.
I mean, in the book, I mostly talked about my experience in that relationship. And that was a dynamic that was profoundly harmful and dangerous to me.
Matters intensified leading up to the 2022 Olympics, but Papadakis held her frustration in. She claims this led to psychogenic non-epileptic seizures brought on by stress. When Cizeron reached out concerning the 2026 Games, Papadakis hesitated to respond.
And it took me to really, really dangerous situations before I was able and forced to not only see it for what it was, but I had to leave.
Papadakis didn't want to relive the alleged trauma she experienced at the 2022 Games, although her options were limited. It'd be difficult to find a new partner, and skating was her livelihood. As Papadakis remained torn, Cizeron decided for them. Their partnership was over, which was cemented on December 3, 2024. According to Papadakis, she didn't choose retirement. She was, quote, pushed out. Papadakis wrote about this experience in her 2026 memoir So As Not to Disappear, which Cizeron took out a cease and desist against. Papadakis was unhappy that Cizeron and the Ice Academy of Montreal had supported Sorensen following his assault allegations. Papadakis herself is a survivor of assault. IM also allegedly pressured Papadakis to terminate a pregnancy, which ended in a miscarriage. Papadakis has advocated for same-sex partnerships in ice dancing, citing an unfair dynamic with men generally possessing more power.
We're talking a lot more now about same-sex skating, for example, which I think could resolve a lot of these issues.
For those who agree with Papadakis, it was upsetting seeing Cizeron and Baudry win the gold. This wasn't just because of the allegations against Cizeron or the overdue narrative backing Chock and Bates. It was because Cizeron and Baudry made noticeable mistakes during the rhythm and free dances, yet still came out on top in each section with an overall score of 225.82. Bates and Chock got 224.39.
And that's really been the talk on social media, that they were scored unfairly and that it really should have been the Americans.
Amid Chock and Bates' loss, many pointed out that figure skating is subjective. Unlike some other Olympic sports, it isn't a matter of who's the fastest or who can throw the furthest distance. It boils down to the judges. That said, it's been widely argued that French judge Jezabel Dabouy showed favoritism to Cizeron and Baudry. Meanwhile, Dabouy gave the American duo a lower score compared to their average among the other judges. This ignited a petition on change.org to, quote, investigate the judges awarding France the gold, gaining over 20,000 signatures and counting. The United States figure skating had 24 hours to appeal the results, which ultimately didn't happen. The International Skating Union stands by the outcome, saying, quote, it is normal for there to be a range of scores given by different judges.
We did what we set out to do, which was to have our best skates of our seasons, of our careers, in the moment that it mattered. And we did that 4 times, and I think there's nothing more we could have done.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. This is not the first time that judging in Olympic pair skating has come under scrutiny. In 2002, Marie-Reine Lagugne, another French judge, was implicated in a reported scoring conspiracy.
And then a French CBC commentator waved at me, and his words were, "It's the French judge, it's a French judge."
This year's outcome might not reach the same levels of controversy as Skategate, as the media dubbed it in 2002. Yet many have echoed Madison Chock's comment amid her loss, quote, "Judges should be vetted."
I think skating is such a subjective sport, but I do think that for fairness, it is good when the judges are reviewed for their work, not just after this competition, but every competition, to just make sure that there's a fair and even playing field for all athletes.
2026 is also far from the first year where presumed frontrunners have come up short, or a cloud of accusations has loomed over the Games. It feels as if the status quo is frozen in time. Whatever the future holds for the 2030 Winter Olympics, one constant will remain. There will be drama on and off the ice.
And I remember just standing there, looking out at the panel of the judges that were still sitting there for the medal ceremony going, how dare you?
Which moment from the 2026 Olympics shocked you the most? Let us know in the comments.